What's up, everybody? This is Rob Schou here with Homes in Southern Maryland, powered by EXP Realty. If this is your first time to our channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button down at the bottom there. Click that little bell so you're notified every time we post one of our new videos about living, eating, everything in Southern Maryland, just so you're kept up to date on everything that we are doing and you got all the information you need in case you're wanting to move in to Southern Maryland or within Southern Maryland as well. Honestly, we're getting so many calls from people about moving here that it makes us so excited to be able to help so many people enjoy this wonderful county that me and my wife enjoy as well. So go ahead and make sure if you have any questions, need any help, text me, email me, call me, anything, and we will help you out. So today, to help you out, we're going to be talking about today we're going to be talking about the 6 steps it's going to take for you to buy a waterfront home in Southern Maryland. Step number 1 is finding that knowledgeable realtor. Now, I would love to be your realtor, but I know everyone's got different flavors. So if you have someone else in mind, that's okay. But still, let me give you this valuable information so I can help you make sure that you're getting the most out of your realtor as well. So when looking for an eligible realtor, especially when it comes to waterfront, you're going to want to make sure they're familiar with the waterfront regulations that are in St. Mary's County and in Maryland as a whole. So we have the critical area, we have the buffer zone that's 100 feet from the water's edge, we got riparian rights to talk about, lateral line setbacks. There's so many little things that you need to understand when you're buying that property before you make a big choice of what you're going to take. So having that knowledgeable realtor can really help make that buying process a lot more simple, and it can make you kind of put your mind at ease that you're buying the property in the waterfront that you want and that you're going to enjoy. So step number 2 is St. Mary's County is a peninsula. So step number 2 is narrowing down where you want to be. We actually have 3 different bodies of water that you can choose from to have your waterfront property. So there is a northern part of the county, or the northern shoreline of the county is the Patuxent River. It's definitely the northern part of the peninsula is the Patuxent River, and it is more of an active river. So there's tons of boats there in the weekend, tons of things to do, restaurants, all that kind of stuff within that area. And it's a little more protected too from the weather. So it can be a great choice if you're someone that loves to go out and maybe, booze cruise and bar hop on restaurants and stuff like that, or just go out with your friends and family to restaurants on your boat. That can be a great choice. Number 2, the second area is the Potomac River. So that's kind of on the southern part of the peninsula. And that's more of a wide open river. There's still some protection from weather, but it can get a little bit more windy on that day. So you probably want to be tucked up into coves. Brenton Bay is a good example of a place you could hide when it's a little bit windy. And there are less restaurants for you and your family to go to by boat, but there are tons of opportunities to just kind of get out there and enjoy nature, ski, water tube, and not be bothered by other boats because there's just not much traffic out on the Potomac on the weekends even. Number 3 is the Chesapeake Bay. Now the Chesapeake Bay cannot be beat for just how beautiful the scenery is when you're on that water. You got an unobstructed view to the bay, and you're seeing out to the eastern shore, and it's just a really, really neat view out there. But it can get pretty windy because you're pretty exposed to a lot of those winds. So those are those ideas to kind of help you narrow down where you want to be. And once you do that, and once you kind of picked, I want to be in the Patuxent, or I want to be down there on Potomac because I love being able just to be on my own and tube and ski and not be bothered, you're going to want to set up a custom search. So step 3 is setting up that custom search with your realtor that you chose. You don't want to keep going through Zillow and Redfin. They are great platforms and great tools for people, but when a realtor gets a listing and uploads it into their database, their listing database, it can take a lag time to get up to Zillow, to get up to Redfin, and you might miss out on that property. And with how hot properties are right now and how hot the market is right now, Every day matters, especially with the limited supply of waterfront properties in St. Mary's County. So make sure that whoever you choose as a realtor, you're asking them to set up a custom search through their listing service, so you're able to see that property as soon as it comes up on the market instead of 1 or 2 days later, and you can put your best foot forward. So step number four is setting up a tour date. Now, one of the things that we do here at Homes in Southern Maryland is that if you're looking to buy a property and you're from out of town, or you're just moving from in Southern Maryland, maybe from another county, we want you to come down here and make sure that the area that you narrow down is the area you want to be in. So we would go around, look at the different waterfronts. We can even rent a charter boat or something like that, so you can see the different waterfronts from the water perspective. And if you're a smaller group, I have a boat that I'd love to take you out on as well, and just go check out those waterfronts and what it's like to actually access that property through the water, because it's a totally different experience than driving up there in the car. You've learned a lot by pulling up to a dock, by pulling up to, a beach, and understanding what it's like to get there. Step number 5, and this is a super important one, you're going to want to set up lending. When you're down here on this tour date, we'll talk about that a lot. Finding a local partner for a lender, finding a local lender is super, super valuable because they know the area so well. So we have a bunch of lenders that we work with, and we'd be happy to set you up with that if you don't have one in mind. So that would be step number 5. And step number 6, hopefully we've narrowed down your area. You got that custom search, the perfect property came up. You went on the tour, you're sure of where it is, you got your lending all set, and now we found that property and we put in our offer and it's accepted. So that next step after that offer acceptance is getting an inspection and making sure everything is good for that property. So that home inspection really just kind of tells if there's any skeletons in the closet kind of thing with the home, and how we can negotiate to make sure all the issues that are there with the house or not there with the house are addressed before we go to closing. But specifically with waterfront homes, I always recommend getting a survey done or finding a recently previously done survey, so you can know for sure where the property lines are, buffer line is, and the critical areas, and all that kind of stuff is, so you're 100% sure this is the property that you want. So those are the 6 steps to help buying you a waterfront property in St. Mary's County. If you have any questions, use that email, send me a text, anything, and I will be happy to help you. Also, if you like this content, make sure you click that subscribe button, click that little bell so you can be notified when more content about living in Southern Maryland comes out.